gave it all for fantasy. Is anybody going with me? If I go tonight, I doubt the world will change. I just pray they don't forget my name.
Welcome to Cooking and Crafting with Quiche. Today we are making some baked chicken and we are using pieces of chicken breast. Here you'll see me pouring some vinegar all on top of the chicken in addition to some lemon. So I'll cut the lemons in half. You can rub the lemon on the chicken or you can just squeeze it into a bowl with the water and the vinegar. We'll just sit and let this soak for about 5 minutes just so that chicken can actually start to get cleaned. The next step is to rinse that chicken clean after you've sat it in the lemon and vinegar water mixture. So we're going to clean that. Make sure we're also cutting the fat off of the chicken. All right, now it's time to season this bad boy up. In my opinion, the more seasoning, the better. So we're going to put a little bit of adobo. I like the green top with the cumin. So you'll just add a generous amount to the chicken and just make sure you're moving that chicken around so every piece of chicken in that bowl is getting all of the seasonings on it. The next step, we're going to add some onion and garlic powder. Onion and garlic powder goes on everything in my household. So those are the two things that I always use. Again, move that chicken around, make sure every piece is getting some seasoning. So Lawry's is next, a little seasoning salt. This is a staple in all the Black households. However, do not add too much Lawry's because it will be too salty. I have learned from past experiences. Again, here's that onion powder I talked about. Again, onion powder and garlic powder goes on everything. Anything that we cook will have those two things on it at minimum. You can add any seasoning that you actually prefer to your chicken, whatever you think makes your chicken taste good. I use cumin, I use adobo with cumin, I use onion powder, garlic powder, Lawry's. I also do lemon pepper because I just like the way a little lemon pepper seasoning tastes. So we're going to add some of that to it here. Boom. And Lawry's does make this brand, so make sure you get it. Make sure we are evenly coating all the pieces of chicken. Move all that chicken around in that bowl. We want everything to be seasoned to perfection. I do add some parsley to this mixture with the chicken in it. I just love to make sure that there is like a green component when I am making pretty much any sort of meat.
Pockets think it's green as curry, and the ladies know soon as they see my jewelry. If being fresh to death is a crime, I think it's time for me to see the jury.
This Badia Sazon Tropical is also one of my favorites. It does add a little orangey color to the chicken, so I just put a little bit here just so we can have a little color on this chicken. I did start to struggle at this point where I could not get the seasoning out, but as you see, I finally got it out and it's a little bit too much, but that's okay. Seasoning is great when you are making chicken. So again, we're gonna mix and just make sure all that seasoning touches every single piece of chicken in this bowl. Now garlic is super flavorful. If you don't like garlic, you don't have to add this at this point, but I like to add garlic as well. I'm a garlic lover, so I probably added about 12 cloves of minced garlic. You do not have to. This little tool that you see me using, I purchased off of Amazon. This is a garlic mincer, so it does help to mince up that garlic, or you can buy the garlic already minced. I typically don't do that. I rather it be fresh and I mince it myself. And again, what do? We mix every ingredient that we put into this chicken. Give it a good mix. Get your hands in there. Get your hands dirty. If you want to wear gloves, wear gloves. Now that everything is mixed in, I add a little olive oil into my chicken. So you'll see me pouring a generous amount here. I do not measure anything that I cook with. I apologize for that. Just do it to your liking, but this is just to kind of like coat that chicken before we put it into the pan for baking. Take out our baking dish, as you see here, and we're just gonna add that chicken in one little piece at a time. When putting your chicken in a bowl like this, you don't want the chicken to lay on top of each other because it won't be cooked properly. So just try to lay them next to one another and not necessarily on top. We want all the chicken to be cooked through evenly. Once I placed the chicken into this pot, I realized I didn't have any onions and it looked a little boring to me. So I then just cut up a white onion. I've layered the onion right on top of the chicken, as you can see here. I am adding in butter for the baking process. As you see, there's maybe 3 to 4 scoops of butter. I also add bouillon, so you can use bouillon cube, you can use the packet of bouillon. I am using Better Than bouillon, which is more like a paste, and this is because we are going to add water and we want the juice to be very flavorful. Sorry, the bouillon that I use is chicken flavored. We are using chicken, so we're making it with a chicken flavored bouillon. Here you can add about 1.5 cups of water. As you see, I am stirring the bouillon into the water just again so that we can have flavor. We are going to put our chicken into a heated oven at 375 degrees for about 30 minutes or until your chicken is extremely soft and tender. It is time to take our chicken out the oven. Let's take that top off and see what it looks like. Our chicken looks and smells delicious. Give me your thoughts on how this recipe went for you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.